All right, so today we're going to dig into this SanDisk 1TB Extreme PRO microSD card.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see if it, lives up to the hype.
Definitely.
Thankfully, we got this in-depth review from TechWise Corner, dated January 17th, 2025, to help break it all down.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
let's just get right into it. I guess the big obvious thing is the storage.
Yeah.
1 terabyte on a microSD card.
It's wild.
It's pretty mind-blowing. I mean, I don't even know if my brain can really comprehend that.
I know.
That's enough to store like a whole season of your favorite show in 4K.
Yeah.
Perfect for those long flights.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it, like thousands of photos.
Yeah.
Hours of video.
Yeah.
And it's just like in your pocket.
Yeah, you can just carry it around.
Yeah.
But it does make you think, like, do you really need that much storage on the go?
Yeah. That's a good question.
For the average person.
Right.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It's nice to have the option, though, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about the speed, though?
Okay.
Because I'm seeing blazing fast thrown around a lot with this thing.
Yeah, well, the review says it can get up to 200 megabytes per second read speed.
Wow.
So to put that in perspective, you could transfer like a full-length movie.
Really?
In seconds.
No way.
Yeah, seconds.
It's quick.
Okay, now I'm interested.
Yeah.
But what about writing to the card?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that usually the slower part?
Yeah, you're right about that. The write speed is a little bit slower. It's 140 megabytes per second.
Okay.
Still fast.
Still very fast.
But, I've read that some of those, like, professional cameras need even faster write speeds.
Oh, really?
For, like, the really big raw video files.
Interesting.
So it might be a bottleneck for certain users.
Yeah, so maybe not the best for a professional filmmaker on location.
Probably not the best.
But what about us gamers?
Okay.
This A2 app performance rating, what is that all about?
Oh, this is a cool one. So the A2 rating means it can handle, like, launching and running apps directly off the card.
Oh, which means, for you gamers, you can play your favorite mobile games without any lag. No more loading screens.
No, that's exciting.
Yeah.
But what about durability?
Right.
Because I'm picturing myself dropping this tiny little card somewhere.
Yeah.
And with a terabyte of data on there, that would be devastating.
Oh, for sure. But don't worry, this card is like built like a tank.
It really?
It's temperature-proof, waterproof, shock-proof.
Wow.
They even say it's X-ray proof.
X-ray proof?
Yeah.
What? So I could take this on a space mission?
I mean, theoretically, I guess.
That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty wild.
But even with all that, I would still be so scared of losing a terabyte of data.
Yeah.
How reliable is data recovery software anyway?
So that's a good point. But SanDisk actually includes this software called RescuePro Deluxe.
Wow.
It's a data recovery software. Think of it as like an insurance policy for all your files.
Okay.
It gives you a chance to get your data back if you accidentally delete something important.
Right.
Or if the card gets corrupted somehow.
Yeah.
But, even the best recovery software isn't foolproof.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with like a terabyte of data.
Right. Yeah, that's a ton.
It's a lot.
So backups are still crucial no matter how tough this card is.
Absolutely. Backups are always important.
Good advice.
Yeah.
But speaking of backups, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah.
The price. This thing has got to be expensive.
It's definitely a premium product.
Yeah.
The question is it worth it for you?
Right.
It really depends on what you need it for.
Okay, so walk me through it then.
Right.
Who would actually benefit from a card like this?
Let's see.
Besides maybe a secret agent who needs to store all their mission files.
Well, the review mentions a few groups, like content creators,
Okay.
who are shooting tons of 4K video.
Makes sense.
They would love the storage and the fast transfer speeds.
Yeah.
What else?
Who else?
Drone enthusiasts,
Oh, yeah.
because they need a card that can withstand some bumps and bruises
Right.
and can hold tons of aerial footage.
So this card can handle a little adventure.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyone else?
Gamers,
Yeah.
obviously, for those lightning fast load times.
Of course.
And also professionals who work in like really harsh environments
Oh, okay.
where durability is super important.
Yeah.
Like scientists and researchers, maybe even extreme athletes
Yeah.
capturing all their stunts.
Wow. So this little card is kind of a big deal for a very specific group of people.
It seems like it.
But I have to ask, are there any downsides?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It can't be all sunshine and roses, can it?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing we kind of already talked about was that the read and write speeds are different.
Right.
That 140 megabytes per second for writing is still really fast.
Yeah.
But it's not the fastest out there.
Right.
Like we were saying, some of those professional filmmakers, they might need even faster speeds.
They got to keep up with their workflow.
Exactly. So it's a potential bottleneck then for some.
Yeah, for sure.
What else?
Well, I think for your average person, this card's probably overkill.
If you're just taking photos and scrolling through social media, you don't need a terabyte of storage.
Yeah, it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what else?
And then there's that data loss thing.
Oh, right.
Like we said, backups are important.
Yeah.
But even with the recovery software, trying to get back a terabyte of data could be a total nightmare.
It would be like losing a whole digital library.
It really would.
Oh, man.
The review also mentioned that it could overheat.
Really?
If you're using it a lot.
Okay.
It's designed to be durable.
Right.
But if you're recording like hours and hours of 4K video, it might get a little too hot.
So maybe not the best for like a day-long shoot in the desert.
Probably not.
What about the RescuePro Deluxe software?
Yeah.
Any downsides there?
Well, it's a subscription. So you got to keep paying for it after the initial period.
Subscription fatigue.
I know, right?
But overall, it seems like a pretty powerful card.
It does.
Even with those few downsides, what stands out the most to you?
I think for me, it's the A2 app performance rating.
Yeah.
It's such a small thing.
Right.
But it makes such a big difference.
Yeah, especially for gamers.
Yeah, or anyone who's running like demanding apps on their phone.
No more staring at loading screens.
No.
I think for me, it's the durability.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to know that my data is safe, even if I'm a little clumsy or find myself in some unexpected situations.
It makes you wonder, like, what kind of crazy tests they put this card through.
Right.
Did they actually, like, shoot it with x-rays?
I would love to see that footage.
Yeah.
But let's get back to who this card is for.
Okay.
We talked about some of the ideal users.
Yeah.
But maybe we can narrow it down a bit more.
Yeah.
Like content creators, we mentioned those.
Yeah.
But even within that group, there's a lot of variation.
Right.
Like a YouTuber making vlogs on their phone.
Yeah.
They probably don't need this much power. But someone shooting professional-grade footage, they would appreciate the storage and the speed.
Absolutely.
What about photographers? Would this be good for them?
It depends on how they work.
Okay.
Like if they're shooting raw photos, especially in burst mode, the huge storage and the fast write speed would be really helpful.
Okay.
But if they're just shooting JPEGs, and they don't need to transfer files very often, a smaller card would probably be fine.
So it's all about finding the right tool for the job.
Exactly.
Like most things in life.
Pretty much.
And it's the same for those other groups we talked about.
Yeah.
Like a casual gamer doesn't need this.
No.
But someone who's serious about mobile gaming, they would see the benefits.
For sure.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah. Are you tempted to get one of these cards?
I'm definitely intrigued.
Yeah.
But I'd have to really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, do I really need a terabyte of storage?
Right.
I use cloud storage a lot.
Oh,
because it's so easy to access and, it's backed up.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Cloud storage versus physical storage.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost a philosophical debate now.
I know, right?
Yeah. It really makes you think, like, in a world where everybody is uploading to the cloud, do we still need these physical storage devices?
Right.
Or are they going to become, like, obsolete?
Like floppy disks.
Yeah. Exactly. Like those old floppy disks.
It's a good question.
It is.
It's like this constant battle between convenience and control.
Yeah, the cloud is so convenient because you can access your files anywhere. And it's nice knowing that your data is backed up somewhere else.
For sure.
But there's also something to be said for having your data physically with you.
Right, like it's yours.
Yeah, like it's mine. I can hold it.
You're not relying on someone else's servers.
Right, yeah.
Or internet connection.
And for some people, like, if you're dealing with really sensitive information or you're working somewhere without good internet access, physical storage is, like, essential.
That's a must-have.
So maybe it's not about choosing one or the other?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's about having both. The cloud for accessibility and then physical storage for maybe your most important files.
Yeah, like a good balance.
Yeah, finding that right balance.
Right.
Well, this deep dive has definitely given us a lot to think about. A terabyte of storage in your pocket.
It's crazy.
It's amazing, but also kind of scary.
I know.
It really shows how fast technology is changing. Like, who knows what's next?
Right.
Maybe we'll all be carrying around, like, petabytes of data someday.
That's a lot of data.
Yeah, that's
I think we've pretty much covered everything about this card.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
We squeezed all the juice out of this review.
We did.
But we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this terabyte microSD card?
Is it a game changer?
Yeah, or is it just a gimmick?
Let us know.
Head over to social media and share your thoughts.
Use the hashtag #TheDeepDive.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to subscribe to the show.
Yeah, we've got more deep dives coming.
More insightful explorations of all the latest tech.
All the cool new stuff.
So until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.
See you later.